Hi everyone, welcome back to Tech Insight. Today we'll be comparing Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 Explorer versus Motorola Moto Edge 30 Ultra. Key feature comparison: 7.9 out of 10 for Redmi Note 12 Explorer Edition, 8.5 for the Motorola Moto Edge 30 Ultra. And at a glance, octa-core 2.GHz and etc. Um, um, so let's go to the prices. So prices for uh, prices it is 54,999 rupees for the Redmi Note 12 Explorer, and Motorola it's 59,999. So first of all we'll be comparing the display. So uh, Redmi Note 12 Explorer is having 6.67 inch. Motorola is also having 6.67 inch. Both are OLED. Both are 1080 into 2400 pixels. 395 EPI, both same. 20 is to 0.09 aspect ratio, both the same. But screen to body ratio for Redmi is 86.76, but for Motorola 92.12%. Screen design, both a punch hole, both are one. I mean, the Redmi is 120 hertz, and then we have 144 hertz for the Moto Edge 30 Ultra, FHD for both. Peak brightness for the Redmi Note 12 Explorer edition is 900 nits. For Motorola, 1250 nits. Screen protection, it is nil for Redmi, but Gorilla Glass 5 for Moto Edge 30 Ultra. Next is memory and storage connection comparison. So let's go to that.
Memory and storage. Phone variant for Redmi Note 12 is 8 GB and 256 GB, and for Motorola 8 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, 12 GB and 256 GB. So and for expandable storage for Redmi, no, and for Motorola, no. RAM type for Redmi is LPDD R4X, and for the Motorola it's LPDDR5. And storage unit, storage type for Redmi is UFS 2.2, and for Motorola UFS 3.1. Expandable storage capacity for Xiaomi Redmi is yes 512 GB, and for Motorola it's not given. And OTG support for Xiaomi is yes, and for Motorola also yes. And malicious features for Xiaomi: sensors, light sensors, proximity sensors, and etc. Motorola's light sensor and proximity sensor and etc. Now let's go to the performance.
Yes, now talking about the performance of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 Explorer, we're gonna know that it is running an Android V12, and it is also having a GPU. But comparably to the Motorola Moto Edge 30 Ultra, it doesn't have a GPU, but it runs on the same operating system, Android V12. It has a Mali G68 MC4, while the Motorola has an Adreno 730. The Xiaomi has a MediaTek Dimensity 1080, while Motorola has Qualcomm Snapdragon 8. Talking about its CPU, the octa-core, it has an octa-core 2 GHz dual core, while the Motorola has an octa-core of 3.2 GHz single core. Now about its custom user interface. So basically, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 has an MIUI, while Motorola it's undefined. Clock speed. So the clock speed of Xiaomi is 2.6 gigahertz, and Motorola is 3.2 gigahertz. Architecture for Xiaomi is 64-bit, same as for Motorola. The process technology, it has a 6nm, while Motorola has a 4nm. Now let's talk about the battery and
Battery. Redmi is having the 4700 mAh, 4610 for Motorola. Battery removable, non-removable for both. Li polymer for both. Fast 210 watt for Redmi. Turbo power 125 watt for Motorola, and USB Type C is there for both. Fast charging is there for both, but it is nil for Motorola in the charging time, but for Redmi Note 12 Explorer it is 100% in 9 minutes, and wireless charging is nil, but for Motorola it is yes. Now let's go to the general comparison.
Now general. So announced on for Xiaomi, Redmi, Xiaomi, it's 27th October 2022, and for Motorola 13th September 2022. For Redmi, market status launched globally, and Motorola available. And brand for Xiaomi is Xiaomi, and for Motorola it's Motorola. And price expected for Xiaomi and confirmed Motorola. And the price for Xiaomi is 27 rupees 190, and for Motorola, it's 54,999 rupees. And for model number, Xiaomi, it's not given. And for Motorola, it is PAUROO7IN. And for the design, water resistance, yes, splash proof, IP53. And for Motorola, yes, also splash proof, and one IP52. And for Xiaomi, it's 207.5 grams, and for Motorola, it's 198.5 grams. For Xiaomi, its colors are black, and for Motorola, its colors are interstellar black, starlight white. And the Xiaomi build a back mineral glass, and for Motorola's back is Gorilla Glass. And dimensions for Xiaomi is 162.9 into 76.9 millimeter, and for Motorola it's 161.7 into 73.5 into 8.3 millimeter. And for Xiaomi SAR value is not given. For Motorola head is 1.101, and kg, and body is 1.17 kg. Now let's go to the network and connectivity.
Yes, now talking about the network and connectivity of the Xiaomi and also the Motorola, talking about the GPS. Yes, both phones have a GPS GLONASS. Now talking about the NFC of the both phones, of course, both of them have that. Both phones have 5G, both of them have Bluetooth, but about the 3.5 mm audio jack. Xiaomi has a 3.5 mm audio jack, while Motorola doesn't have that. Now, talking about the SIM size, both the phones have SIM 1 and SIM 2 as a nano SIM, and Wi-Fi. Both the Xiaomi is having Wi-Fi 802.11 A by G, A by A, C by B, G by NN, and Wi-Fi for the Motorola is Wi-Fi 802.11 A by A, C by AX by B by G by N. And for the Bluetooth type, both phones have version 5.2 with audio jack 3.5 mm as I mentioned earlier, while the USB type for Motorola is C. The SIM slots for both of them are dual SIM or GSM plus GSM, and both of them have no eSIM. Now, talking about the Wi-Fi features, both phones consist of mobile hotspot, Volt LTE, and also the SIM brands. So basically, for the SIM One brand, Xiaomi has 5G bands like FDD N1 and N3 and N5, whereas the Motorola has 4G bands with TD-LTE 2600 band and it also goes the same for both the phones in the SIM 2 as well. Now talking about the audio features, which is undefined for Xiaomi, but the audio feature for Motorola is Dolby Atmos. FM radio is not as undefined, and for Motorola there is no FM radio. So yeah, now let's get into the cameras and the sensors.
Front camera. So front video recording for Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 Explorer is 1920 into 1080 pixel at 30 frames per second. 120 1280 into 7720 at 3840 into 2160 at 30 frames per second, 1920 into 1080. Front camera setup, single 60 megapixel, single 60 megapixel, 60 for Motorola, but 16 for Redmi. Front camera 1 resolution, 16 megapixel for Redmi, 60 megapixel for Motorola. Front camera one type is wide angle primary camera etc f by 2.05 for Redmi, for Motorola f by 2.2, wide angle primary cameras. Front camera one lens, one micrometer pixel size for Xiaomi. For Redmi, Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 Explorer, Motorola Moto H30 Ultra 5G is having 0.6 micrometer pixel size front aperture, f by 2.05, then f by 2.24. Motorola front flash is yes, and screen flash is there for Redmi, but it's not given for Motorola. Next is rear camera. So OIS yes for both, and a rear flash yes, dual color LED flash for Redmi, dual LED flash for Motorola. 3080 3000 wait, we have rear video recording, both same for both the phones. So 3840 2160 at 30 frames per second, 1020 into 1080 pixels. Then rear camera features: auto flash, face detection, touch detections are there, digital zoom. Auto flash face detection is for the Motorola, and the previous three of them were for Redmi. Rear camera setup: triple camera setup, 200 megapixel, 8 megapixel, 2 megapixel. Triple for Motorola, 250 and 12. Rear camera one resolution, 200 megapixel for both. Rear camera one type, both the same. So wide angle primary cameras. Then rear camera lens to 24 millimeters, focal length 1.4 inch, sensors for the Redmi Note 12 exploration. For Motorola, 0.64 micrometer pixels per inch and 8 megapixel rear camera, 2 resolution for Redmi, and Motorola 50 megapixel and rear camera, ultra wide angle camera and ultra wide angle camera for both same. And then rear camera, 2 lens, 4 inch sensor size, 1.12 micrometer per pixel size, 1.28 micrometer pixel size from Motorola. Rear camera 3 resolution 2 megapixel and Motorola 12 megapixel. Macro camera for Xiaomi, and telephoto for Motorola, and rear aperture is f by 1.65 for Redmi and f by 1.9 for Motorola Edge 30 Ultra. Rear camera 3 lens and rear sensor is not given for Xiaomi Redmi, but it is given for the Motorola Moto Edge 30 Ultra 5G. It is 1.22 micrometer pixel size and ISO cell. Let's go to the last one, last comparison point: sensors.
So now sensors. Um, Sensors are fingerprint scanner for Xiaomi, Redmi is yes, and Motorola yes. Fingerprint scanner position on screen for Redmi and for Motorola also on screen. Fingerprint scanner type for Xiaomi and Motorola is optical, and for face unlock for Xiaomi and Motorola is yes. Now this is the end of the review. Thanks for watching our video. That's all. My name is Daniel.
Minus Johns.
My name is Jonas, and we are signing off.
Signing off.